In this video clip, we learn hypothesis test with population standard deviation sigma unknown. Our test is regarding population mean mu. If sigma is unknown, then we can replace it with sample standard deviation, capital S. Because of this change, we use the t distribution instead of the z distribution to test the null hypothesis about the mean. The same idea as for the case with confidence interval estimate for population mean with sigma unknown. All other steps, concepts, and conclusions are the same as for the case with sigma known. So we see an example. The mean cost of a hotel room in New York City is said to be $168 per night. A random sample of 25 hotels resulted in X bar equals $172.50 and standard deviation $15.40. We want to test the null hypothesis at alpha equals 0.05. Here the null hypothesis is mu equals 168. Because we have a sample size only 25, we need an assumption that the population data follows a normal distribution, or at least follows an approximate normal distribution. So here is the output from phstat. We will solve that next. And here we need to recall the assumption. If the sample size is large enough, say greater than 30, then we don't need any assumption regarding the population shape. If the population size is small, then we need to test the sample to see whether the data follows an approximate normal distribution. If not, then we cannot use a t-test here. So in our case, we have a sample size of 25. So we need an assumption, or we need to test from the sample that roughly the data follow a normal distribution. Now we try to solve the problem with phstat. We click phstat, one sample test. We use t-test for the mean, sigma unknown. The null hypothesis is 168. Level of significance 0.05. Sample size 25. Sample mean $172.50. Standard deviation of the sample 15.4. And if we are given a sample, we check this option and select sample cell range. We are using a two-tailed test because the null hypothesis contains equal sign. We click OK. We obtain the p-value greater than 0.05. So we do not reject the null hypothesis. In the meanwhile, we can see the t-test statistic is within the two critical values. That is, the t-test statistic does not fall into any rejection region. So we do not reject the null hypothesis. You can see the result here is the same as here.